I've had a hard time sitting here. This is a very special day, obviously, for me and my family, and this isn't about me, this is about our program, but and hearing all of these things and things like thank you and the appreciation from the administration, all I could be reminded of to myself was the thank you needs to be to this table and to this community in advance for us being even given the opportunity to come to a program like Wichita State. I'm a college baseball junkie. I'm a baseball rat. I grew up in Temecula, California, in a very low middle class family and a very hard-working family. My dad passed away a few years ago. I really wish he was here today. It'd be a really special moment for our family. But growing up and, getting up early for the Lakers and the Celtics and fired up to listen to Brent Musburger watch the championship. And in those same time frames when I was in 4th, 5th grade, watching the College World Series and having ESPN on our cable of one of our 8 channels that we had. And it was Miami and LSU and Oklahoma State and Wichita State, and that was just about it every year. And to be able to share the same dugout as Coach Stevenson is, that's an unbelievable honor to me and my family. So just really honored to be here. So thank you, and I will dry up in a minute, but thank you. So thank you. Thank you, President Muma. It's an honor. I will draw up here, and thank you to Kevin and Jennifer Saul and family. I want to thank Washington State for taking a chance in the Power 5 level on a WAC coach who had won a couple of championships, and we're doing a bunch of things down in Las Cruces, New Mexico, to bring a guy into the Power 5 at Washington State. It was an opportunity to rebuild another program. We had rebuilt my alma mater at New Mexico State, and I really wanted to do that and prove to myself and everybody across the country that we could do this as a program, as a coaching staff, and we were able to do that. And for Washington State to take a chance on us, give us an opportunity to come to the Pac-12, and President Schultz, Kirk and Knoll, and to Pat Shunn, that's something that I'll be forever grateful for. Becky and I were entrenched in the community of Pullman. We were locked. We weren't going anywhere. And then this opportunity came about. And I mean, what are we talking about? It's Wichita State. It's history. It's the facility. It's an opportunity to build, grow. And it's an opportunity for me. It's a much different opportunity for our family. And that opportunity is, this isn't a rebuild. This is an opportunity for our family to come into a program that is good and ready to go if I can keep those darn 30 guys out of the portal. But there's a lot of good players on this field, and there's a lot of good talent coming in, and that's a tribute to the coaching staff that's currently here. Obviously, I have some tough decisions to make as I poured through and interviewed the coaching staff currently here, and what an amazing group of human beings and coaches that I got an opportunity to speak with. And Mike and Nate the Great, and it was very loud that there are real people here, and it made me connect even more to what I want to do and what we're going to be about. We're going to be about being real, and we're going to be about being authentic. We're going to be about telling the truth. We're going to be about pouring our energy into this program. What an unbelievable opportunity that I've been presented, and we will be presented as we forge our staff soon. But to not bring a program back, the program is here, but just to chase a legend and to chase greatness, and for me to fulfill my life's dream, and that's to go to the College World Series. I've been close. I've knocked on it. I've been to the Supers as a coach. I've been to the Division III World Series or the state finals of the junior college levels or regionals or a super regional, and been disappointed so many times, but never been to the big dance. And when this opportunity came about, my wife and I and Becky said, this is it. That's the place. There's no ceiling. There's an administration and a presidential cabinet that is ready to support. There's a community that's loud, and they're going to be in your face, and they're going to expect a lot, and you better bring it and show it to them. But with that pressure comes support, or expected or anticipated support. And for us, let's go. because being in a program where there is no ceiling and an opportunity to maybe go earn some support is very exciting to me. So just a couple of things that I'd like to share, but change is hard. Change is hard for a lot of people, and I know that the players here at Wichita State went through some very challenging, difficult change this year. It was a challenging year for them. I've been on the phone with almost every player. I've texted or communicated with every player. I've group meet every player. I haven't slept in 3 days. I've got 2 battery chargers, but I think I'm whittling it down a little bit, but we're talking about an opportunity to have to, or a necessity to have to create a trusting relationship with a player who I didn't recruit and we didn't recruit, and to try to grab trust in a real challenging, quick situation to keep them here. And what I've done is try to be very authentic with our players. We had a Zoom presentation with our team. We had a Zoom presentation with our recruits. We had a Zoom presentation with the parents of our team, all with the same presentation, and it wasn't a sales pitch. It was, this is who we are, this is who we want to be, and this is where we want to go. And with that comes the plan right now of what's immediate for this program. What's immediate is this program right now. It's not about the portal. It's not about previous recruits. It's not about junior college players. It is about this team on this field, on this roster right now. And my sole responsibility right now is to try to keep that team and get back to Wichita and allow me the opportunity to coach them. That is my first and foremost responsibility that I'm attacking. The second one is to get that recruiting class that is signed, which is talented. Those were players that wanted to come here and families that wanted to come here, to get them to come here and to earn their trust so I can coach them and we can have the opportunity to coach them. And from there, it will be getting out into the community. From there, it's been very simple. Those are the last 3 days. Phase 2 is trying to do a great job today and get the word out that the message that we want to send is authentic, and that we're going to have high-octane energy, and that we want to win, and we're going to win, but we're going to do it in a manner that's going to be about what this program, I think, is about, and I'll share that shortly. But I understand change is hard. We will be about team-first integrity. It's something that's very, very important to me. I've been given, and we've been given the opportunity to rent a space here in a program that is storied, and I understand that. My responsibility is to bring it for these two right here, and then to bring it for the players and the previous coaches and for everyone who gives us the opportunity to do that. That's my responsibility. We've been given a tremendous opportunity, and my responsibility is to bring it and to respect that opportunity through work every day with energy and gas every day. I want to talk about a 2-letter word called we, and I thought about this the other day, but we wins, I loses. We wins. And when I say we, I just thought it might be a little corny and it might be a little canned, but I thought it might work, and I want to say it because I'm going to say it to our players, and we already did, but in we there is Wichita and there's everyone, and I thought that kind of works. And for me, it's about community, and it's going to be about a team effort. Everyone involved is how you win, in my opinion. Academics, community, fundraising, compliance, strength, training, nutrition, assistant coaches, support staff. That's the family. It's not just the players and the coaches. It is everyone. And we're in an era right now of portal and transfer and NIL. We're going to come knocking for the we, and we're going to ask for help to get this thing going. We're going to do our part in recruiting and developing, and I'll cover the pillars, but we're coming for we. And the honor to do that for me is kind of hard to express, to be quite honest, and I don't want to go deep again, because if I tear up for the 3rd time, Coach is going to come up here and punch me from softy from the West Coast. But I'd like to share the 2 visions. One I've already mentioned, and that is today and this team. And then it moves into this recruiting class, and I talked about that, but I want to talk about our intention for the staff and our plan for the staff. I think that's important for the community to hear. It'll happen quick. Like I said, we've interviewed and evaluated the current staff, and after that and after this day and tomorrow day and about being in Wichita in this program, these players, these recruits, then we'll evaluate that secondarily. But there's a plan that I think will work and needs to work here. I'll be in the middle with the hitting in the infield. That's been my strength, and I think it's a lane that I need to play as a head coach. We'll attack and have an intention of bringing in two recruiters with nationally ranked type of strengths who are dominant in this part of the country, in Texas and the Midwest, and understanding our culture, geography, and where we need to recruit from, and where we've been successful. I'm not speaking to be an expert. When we're done here and we talk about these decisions, then I go talking to the previous coaches and the legends and the people who have won here, so we can learn and win and get in here and take care of it and follow the lead and the example set by our greats. And we plan on doing that. I'd like to, and we hope to hire 2 pitching coaches. And when I say 2 pitching coaches, I mean 2 people involved with pitching. If we have 3 position player coaches and 2 pitching type coaches and have our staff start there, I think it gives us the best opportunity to go out and be successful. We've got to crush recruiting. The head coach has to be heavily involved in recruiting. And there have to be 2 killers that want to get out and go recruit. And if we've got 3 guys who can coach and recruit, then we can take turns getting out on the road, and we can take care of our players first and foremost and have those relationships and teach the things that we need to teach, the fundamentals, the skills, the mechanics, the approach. I'd like to share with you what leads us and leads me every day. It's 3 pillars, and it has led me to this point. It will continue to lead me each and every day. There's 3 things that I feel we have to do to nail this program and to nail it as a coaching staff. 1, we have to recruit, but we have to develop the talent that we bring in. Recruiting is recruiting, but we have to develop it as our responsibility. If we can make additions to this locker room or to the classroom, some version of provide value or be present, will be scattered on those areas in terms of a reminder to our players. But it's our sole responsibility to develop our talent, and it's not just from baseball. It's person first, it's player second. I was so impressed with you guys when you walked in today. Our 3 shockers that I get to coach here soon, one who removed himself from the portal, I gave him a big hug, jumped into his arm and said, let's get this thing rolling. But came in with shocker shirts, jeans tucked in, looking like pros. And I was like, awesome. That's what it's about. That's the development piece. That's a tribute to the last coaching staff. That's very important to me. But that development piece of person first, player second is eye contact, body language, all the things that enable you to learn, be present, and become a better player. My goal is very simple, is that our guys, when they're sophomores and juniors, when cameras are put in front of their face, they talk and act like pros. Because pro scouts may be listening, future employers are watching, and that's how you find a way to be successful in life. We will teach that, we will promote it. It'll be a part of our person first, player second program. But developing people first is very important, and 2 attributes of that are awareness and accountability. We'll pound those things. Teaching within a system. The game is changing. It's changed for me a lot personally. It's changed for many of us as coaches. The resources that we have, our staffs are expanding. We have more managerial positions. We have an expanded coaching staff roster. If there's not a system in place of coaching and teaching, we've got an opportunity to maybe get the kids off kilter a little bit. They're hearing different things. They're hearing different messages from hitting. They're getting a couple of different things from pitching. We've got to be streamlined. And we will talk and work and have our staff retreat and our staff cultural retreat on teaching within our system. But the alignment of the staff on the field is critical, which means the alignment of the staff and the development and the hiring of it is the most important thing to me right now. After this roster and after our staff, then we can move into finalizing this roster and getting prepared for the fall, which leads us into the 3rd thing, which the fall will look like for this program. And I know Kevin alluded to it, but inspiring the community, it's a big deal for me, and I want to be crystal clear. With regards to, and I think I said this when we spoke on our Zoom, but I feel like I am a decent person. I feel like I do want to make an impact on people, but with regards to community service, I want to sell this place out. I want to go to Omaha. I want to make this place rock, and I think that if our kids are out in the community being good citizens, being good people, and if the community sees that we are out there trying to earn their support, I think we'll get it back. And I've been taught that at New Mexico State. We led it in community service for 4 years, and we set 4 attendance records. That was loud for me, and it reinforced to me what I think is very important. Represent the university, represent it in a first-class manner, and then represent the program in a first-class manner. Get out in the community, earn the support of the community. The community will come back and support if we put a program on the field that just simply plays hard and cares and are good people. If we win, I would think it might blow up here. So for me, getting us out in the community is another way to get that thing going. So alumni functions, they'll be important, and I will be all authentic and all allowed to be a member of your, my doors will be open is the best way to say it, and that'll be loud. I want to say something else too. I'm not a shocker, and that needs to be said. I'm not, but I'm blue collar, I'm tough, I'm excited, I'm passionate, and most importantly, I recognize the absolute privilege that it is to now be a member of this team, and I will honor and cherish that. So I'd like to think at least that gives me an opportunity to maybe walk through the doors, and I'm asking for support in the sense that I will earn it every day. I promise you, Coach. I promise you the effort will come from me as the leader of this team out of respect to you and all these people in this room. I teared up when I saw Brent today on the field because he had a little tear, and he knew what a big moment it was for me, and I respected and appreciated that so much that it moved me. And that's what being a part of a story program is all about. You get it. And it'll be my job to make sure that we get that in the recruiting process, but I don't think that's going to be very hard. I think I'm the newcomer who needs to learn about it, and I understand that. We'll have an RV program. We will be out in the community. We're going to have fun. I intend on coming out there and joining the fans. I intend on being all in with this community. I intend on being all about it, because I think it's how you get it back, and it's really important. But we'll recruit, develop, we'll teach within our system, and we'll get out into the community. The things that are important to me from a program are very simple. Our kids will be aware of what they do, and their body language will be aware of their thoughts. We'll spend a lot of time on that in classroom settings. We'll work very hard to get our kids to be accountable and understand that everything in their career, whether it be academically, personally, or professionally, is their fault in a good way. If you're successful, it's your fault. If you're not successful, it's your fault. And the coaches will hold the same standards. If we're not successful, it is my fault. And if we all get to think that way, I think we got a chance to be pretty darn good. We'll be fundamentally sound. Our practices will entail that. Fundamentals are critically important. We'll be tough. I expect us to lead the conference in HPP. I think that's one measure that we can do, and it's a bunch of free bases anyways. We'll take that. We are ready to work. I've got energy. We haven't slept. I'm so appreciative to Becky and to Emily and Zoe, who said we got to do it because there's no ceiling, and that's a chance to go to Omaha. And it's my only goal in life at this point professionally is to get to the College World Series. And to bring that back here as the head coach at Wichita State is an unbelievable honor, and I'm so appreciative. So thank you. Go Shockers. Thank you.